to the place to be, the pajama party. Hey, hey. I said the place to be, the pajama party. Two-step to the right now, the pajama party. Get your little twine in it. A little pajama party. Y'all, that is my southern drawl. Welcome back to the pajama party, guys. Because y'all know how we Texas talk, right? I don't. I would lose it if I did. But hello, dandelions, and welcome back to Perspective with your rambling host, DohiSama. Now, y'all, let me just say, it's been a weekend, all right? I don't know if your family had a lot of festivals for Mother's Day, but let me tell you, Mother's Day was kind of like, I don't want to say that joke because it might be insensitive. Mother's Day around here was just like another war. Let me just put it like that, like a war was starting, okay? There was some friendly fires, but then there were some shots fired that was just like, damn. Anywho, welcome back. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And to your mothers, happy Mother's Day. Oh, I have this on the wrong page. That's why I'm sitting here like, excuse me, you're lying. Let me tell y'all a weird flex I learned. When I was a kid, I taught myself how to when I was a kid, I taught myself how to I'm so sorry. I'm going to cut that out. I taught myself how to pick stuff up with my feet. And my mom used to be like, girl, stop being lazy and pick stuff up with your hands. Which she is correct. I don't need to be lazy. But a weird flex that I have now is that I can pick things up with my toes. So instead of having to get up off this stool all the way, bend over, and pick up the notebook, I just was able to do it with my toes. And I don't know. I just feel like wicked. Work smarter, not harder. Anywho's, hey gang. Thank you for hanging out with me again. We're gonna go straight into sit in the corner because y'all, it was a weekend like I hope to never really have again. So let me just say I went to the casino for the first time ever this past weekend, and it's not for me. That place ain't for me. I want to know if you like it. Casinos, here's what gets me about casinos. My friend had already warned me, like, it's older people when you go in. So I was expecting, like, a little bit of older people. Y'all, I get in this damn casino, and immediately I'm like, Hollywood hyped this up a little bit too much. Now, I don't know if it was just the location we were in, but that's supposed to be like one of the head honcho casinos around here, like the one that's on all the billboards, like it's top tier, right? And it's in Oklahoma. Like we drove 30 minutes to Oklahoma. Nope, nope, no. It was not as appealing as they wanted to make it. The machines were not calling to me. I was afraid of every one of them. I was like, you look deadly, you look violent. And let me tell you, this is when I was done with the casino. We walk up to this slot of three. I was with two other people. We walk up to the slot of three, family members too. And maybe I would have had more fun with friends, you know, like my age. I say that, but then I feel like I could have possibly had fun with my mom. You know, like I say possibly because we both feel the same way about this. But you get it, like her vibe, her and I vibe differently. So we probably would have had more fun and more jokes. But so we get to this seat, and there's one machine with the panda bear on it. There's one machine with the Buddha on it. And then there's one machine with this old. Have y'all ever seen the Night Walker, I think, or something like that. It's this K drama, okay, where this guy is like, it's like these vampires, and this one guy is like this really bad vampire. And let me tell you, now that I've watched it, I hate that I watch so many older shows now because I'm like, quality wise, but I understand because back in those days it would have been like, anywho's. So I sit down in front of this guy. He has like the old school style hat on. I'm gonna have to put it on. I think that's what it's called. The like the I don't know. The Curse of the Night Walker, the Vampire of the Night. Is that what it's called? The Vampire in the Night? I don't know. The cast was flawless. Okay, that anime, that show kind of had me like, I want to be bitten a lot, please. You can bite me anywhere and everywhere if you want to. I am so sorry. We are not supposed to be saying things like that, but that was just what was in my mind at the moment. Yes. Anywho's, he had a hat on like that. Say the guy, the thing, the man in the game. And so when I sat down, I was looking at him. I told my mom he was just stroking his beard. And he was looking in my eyes all menacingly. And I'm sitting here looking at him, look at me, look at him. And I'm like, I am getting a little bit too caught up in you. And I blame the fact that I watch anime. So, you know, I fawn over fake people anyway. So for me, it was a whole lot different than a normal person just sitting down in front of this animated person. Like, they probably don't care about it. But to me, I was like, I can give you a whole backstory. I used to write stories about people like you. I used to give you all these descriptions and making models and set you up like you got a troubled back history, but you're really a sweet guy down to earth, and like you're in love with the foreign girl, because why not make you in love with the brown melanated sister? You know what I'm saying? Anywho's, y'all, I put my ticket in this casino slot machine. I press one button and it's done. And I'm just sitting here like, what the hell happened? Like, casinos are not for me. I had one up to like $50 and I lost it all. And I'm just sitting here like, I could have just took this money that was given to me, because I was gambling off of somebody else's money. So in my brain, I'm like, but why didn't you just take the money and like hold on to it and then just cash it out? That would have been smart and logical, but no, we wanted to play on the machines. And then let me drop this truth on you. Hold on, gang. My recording equipment is giving me some blues, so if I have to get up again, it is to right that wrong. But so anyways, I am walking to this slot machine like it's calling to me. I just feel like it's the one. One of the people that I'm with legit cuts me off and steals my seat. They manage to win over $100. And I'm sitting here like, that belonged to me. That belonged to me. You took all my savings. You went and took my casino machine. You went and took all my money. You went and took what belonged to me. And y'all, I don't even know what I was complaining for anyway, because at the end of the day, it was still off the money that she had gave me. But anywho's, I watched this person win over $100. Then when we go to the panda bear, the man, and the baby Buddha, she lost it all. And I was just like, ain't that about something? So we all walked away looking busted and disgusted. And then, y'all, I'm telling y'all, for my sanity's sake, the casino was just, it was rough. So we are trying to find out. Calm down. We are forgiving them. We are over this. We are trying to get out the casino or getting ready to go. Now, the way we came in from a side, right? I have been watching us from the time we first came in to when we was rotating. We basically just kept turning right. Where we ended up at was like at the beginning of the casino, but in the smack middle. To the left, you could go deeper to where there was more games. And to the right, it was like this little bar lounge set up. We go to this lady to ask her how to get out of the casino because the two that I'm with are arguing amongst each other about the fact that we are lost. And they are older people, so they just can't get it together anyway. Anywho's, my beef is not with them in that moment. Because, I mean, that was a thing, but I mean, that wasn't the biggest thing. The biggest thing was the lady there. She was standing there, had her hair all did up, dressed in, the casino attire. One of the people I'm with, she's like, can you point us in the directions of the display entrance because we are lost and we need to know how to get back there. And so the one was like, there's displays at every entrance, ma'am. And she goes, yeah, but it was the one with the black Mercedes. And the lady goes, yes, well, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. There's black Mercedes at every entrance. I can't really help you. Do you maybe remember, like, if it was a light section or a darker section? And so then the lady was like, there was cashiers around. She was like, we have cashiers at every location. So finally I stepped in and I was like, we came out of some elevators. Do y'all have elevators at every entrance? And she goes, oh, you came out of there? I know exactly where you are. Come on, follow me. Lady. Y'all, I did not see any other cars at any other entrances, nor did I really go, but I am still convinced that this lady was pulling our legs. And then I went to the bathroom with her, standing guard outside or whatever. There walks this girl across from me. First of all, I knew it was gonna be a thing before I even went in that damn like hallway to wait by the bathroom, because a whole gang of them were peeping me out, and I know why they were peeping me out, because I'm a black girl with pink hair. They are of another race, and I'm not gonna say the race because the race doesn't matter as much as the story, but they are of another race, and not only that, but they're younger than me. I could tell by how they're acting, and I'm like, okay, but one of them, who could have maybe very well been over 21, but she was hanging with the younger crew, and I know that they were young too because they were right outside of an arcade entrance for kids. And I know all about the kiddie center because the last time I was sent to a casino when I was a baby, when I was young down here, I was stuck in a playpen all night, and I was like, do not touch me and my cookies. We are watching Blue's Clues get ghost. Anywho's, it's two people walking, and the one closest to me, she side swipes my phone, and I'm sitting here thinking, there's so much space and opportunity. You could have walked closer to your friend. You could have walked behind your friend. You did not have to walk that close to me. And I don't know if she just thought that like I wasn't gonna check her, but after she brushed my phone, I was like, and I looked at her, I said, you could have said excuse me. And y'all know what I got from that? I just got to look back. She was like, and she walked. Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Like, that had me heated. That had me pressed. I was like, casinos are not for me. It is time to go home. Like, I've been in the public too long. I came out for one night in the past week, and this is what I get. This is why the introverts stay at home. Like, this is not my scene. Y'all, I was ready to smack down and fight, and I don't even know if she was a kid or a grown woman, okay? And that's the saddest part, because the fact that I even let her set me off. But it was the fact that she watched me walk by them, and then she made the conscious choice to walk by me and swipe my phone. And I know she felt it. You couldn't have said excuse me or sorry with all the space in between us. It just sets me off, y'all. But I realized that regardless of anything, I am an adult and I cannot be letting people set me off like that. But it happened, okay? And there's no excuse for it. But that was why I was like, I gotta go. Because you will not do... And if I could have went back, I would have said it all and did it all again. You're not going to disrespect me, And I could have let it go and be like, she didn't mean to. She meant it. She meant it. I am convinced. So she had to hear what I had to say. I'm just glad that she didn't turn around and be like, what? You want to go? You want to go? Because then I would have had to be like, girl, hold my purse, because I'm about to have to smack down somebody. And, it was just, like I say, casinos really what I don't like about them, outside of moods and stuff like that, it's the highs and lows of it all. I hate, like, first of all, I hate losing money. The first thing that started happening when I got on one of the machines is my money started going down. I don't like that. What I don't like above that, I don't like winning all this money and then losing it like that. Even if the person who lost all her money, I was kind of just like, I really don't feel like they deserve that. And I did not, because I was rooting for them. Regardless, I was like, dang, like, yeah, get your money. Like, you obviously need this blessing. Like, I'm rooting for you. Like, I want you to hit a jackpot. Save us all. And the fact that she just lost everything like that because we didn't know, and like casinos, that's another thing too. Excuse me. They don't really tell you about the rules. Like, they don't make them plain and simple on the slot machine. You don't really know what you're doing. You don't know what you're betting or why you're betting what you're betting. You just know that you're betting. It is a thing, y'all. I do not like it. And then I hate the anticlimaticness of it. Okay, I am sitting here cheering on the other person, and it is this like one train slot machine, and when you like get a special railroad or something like that, it tells you to look up. And when you look up, this train crosses, and on the back of this train on its carts, it'll drop so many numbers off. So like 75, 75, 75. They're on each cargo portion of the train. So she was getting like 75, 75, 60, 50, 75, 100. Only for her to get like $5. And I'm sitting here thinking, you got me hyped up like this for $5? I feel a little bamboozled here. Casinos are not my thing. So tell me, you tell me what you think about the casinos. Is it a happening place for you? Is it where you like to go and just spend some time? Like, I don't know. Some people love it. One of the ones I went I went with, she is the reason we went because she loves it. She hands down loves it. And I was just like, I could have stayed at home for this. I really could have. I could have curled up, watched SpongeBob, all right? I could have just laid on my back and did nothing and been nothing and been completely fine with that versus this that you have me in. And then, y'all, I saw there was this older gentleman. And like, I know it's a double standard, right? Because if it was somebody that I would have found like attractive, I would have been like, but this guy is just like zero in, and he's just, it's the eye of the tiger, na, 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 na. I mean, locked in on it, and I'm like, I know. And I think I started pushing close to the other two, like, please, no. Okay, no. Went to the bathroom, people were looking at me, and I was like, please don't follow me. I don't even know why I came by myself, but I am an adult, and we are trying to adult. And no, I haven't watched too many Lifetime movies that convinces me everybody who looks at me is a serial killer. I haven't done it, not me. So that's why I say, if you are a casino fan, prove me why I'm wrong. And that has been my first casino experience as an adult woman. I don't like it. I don't like losing money. That's $40 I could have kept and did something else with. I could have invested in something a little bit more cloudy for that. Anywho's. Okay, sit in the corner with me. Tell me how you feel about casinos. I would love to know, because it was just not for me that night. I was not here for it. Okay, so the next thing I want to roll into and keep the show on the road with is here lately, and I talked about this a lot on the Real Bible Stories, so I'm just going to briefly touch it here. But have you guys noticed that it seems like there is a lot more judgment going on in the world here lately? Like, everybody has an opinion about like how you should live your life or how you should walk or how you should move, and just all these random things. And it's like, I was listening to this radio show today, and they were basically saying things about like parenting styles and what they would do, and like what's a little bit awkward for them or uncomfortable, or like they don't agree with this person. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, but I act like this person. Like, I have a very close relationship with my mom. So I am very affectionate with my mama. Like, that's my mama, you know? I'll kiss her all over her face and not even bat two eyelashes about it because she popped me out of her nether regions. Like, I will never complain about that lady taking anything from me. Any kiss, any hug, anything she wants. Like, you've earned that right because you fought a hard life for me, okay? You've lived a challenging life raising me. Not that I've been a bad kid, but being a mother, I am convinced is just a job because being a teacher, especially with church kids, is a job. But anywho, that podcast just or show kind of just made me feel bad because it made me think like, dang, people are not allowed to be themselves anymore, you know? And I just feel like if a person is living their life and they're not hurting anybody, they're not harming themselves or being a danger to themselves, what does it matter that they're different from you? We should be celebrating each other's differences anyways because we're not the same people. We're gonna do and think and act differently. We're gonna be differently. But just because you find an issue with how somebody is doing something, it can be something like they spank their kid. And just because you don't spank your kid, you want to call CPS on them and judge them to be a bad parent because you decide as a parent you don't want to whoop your kid. But why are you sitting here judging them for how they parent their kid? Like, did you create the parenting technique? Did you come up with like all the rules to be a successful parent? How are your kids doing, lady? Like, and that's just an example. That's just an example. Like, no, I don't know if anybody's been going through that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like how it just feels like it's so hard for us to live life. You know, that's what I'm trying to get to because it's unfair. Everybody should be allowed to be who they want to be as long as it lines up with who God's called them to be. You know, because at the end of the day, when we die, He is the only one who could stand before us, anyways. And He already said that He wasn't going to judge us. We're going to have to make an account for everything that we do, but He is not, well, He will judge our works, let me say that, but God is not judging us as a person. You know, and I even think there's somewhere in the Bible I want to say that I read where, or it was talked to us about it, but the Lord does not judge. You know, he does not judge you. And when you die and like you stand in front of him, he's not going to be sitting there glaring down his glasses at you like, okay, I saw right here on this day that you was out here throwing it back for a weird one. You want to tell me why you was out here throwing it back for a weird one when you should have been doing X, Y, Z? And what made you think it was okay? He does not do that. So I don't understand why other humans do that to other humans, if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. You know, like hopefully that follows like a train of thought. Now, I also will say, to me, it's one thing if you're like, now look, me, myself, and I wouldn't do that, baby girl. But you do that, like if you want to do that, like if you feel like that's best for you and how you want to rock it, cool. But me personally, maybe I'll try this approach or swing it around that way, you know, something like that. But for the people who's out here like, you shouldn't even, because girl, I would never. And I know I've touched on this before, but it fits in with the real Bible stories. And like I say, it was just things I've heard on today and over this weekend that I'm just like, who made y'all captain of anything? You know? And it was like they were trying to justify what they were talking about by saying like, well, I would never do that. And it's just a little bit weird to think that somebody would. But just because you wouldn't do it, like, that doesn't not make it okay. If that like train of thought checks out. I don't know. But it just kind of made me, honestly, more than anything, it made me a little sad because we should all just be allowed to live life. It's very hard right now. It's up, it's down. There's so much unemployment, student loans, grandpa here. We don't know what he doing in the atmosphere, all right? Then you got ex-grandpa dealing with the police. It's just a lot. It's just a lot right now. So, yeah, what do you guys think about that? What tell me what you think about like the judgment zone here lately. Now, we are going to talk about, so fake it till you make it. I was telling my two people in my family this past weekend about like how I use your earphones as like kind of my diversion. I'll put earphones in and just like tune the world out, you know. And we got on the subject of how you can sometimes like put earphones in your ear and you not listen to music, but you just pretend that you are. So do any of you ever do that? Because let me tell you about this one story where I did do it. And when I told my friends about it, one of them was like, "You did not." And I was like, "Yes, I did." So it was when I was in college, right? This was my senior year. Yes, this was my senior year. So I had lost a lot of confidence in myself. I had gained a lot of weight. Like it was a bad time. And I I've always, I think I've said this before, but I've always wanted a boyfriend. Like I always thought that I'd be like them other girls who like found their high school sweetheart and they got married, or they found like a love in college and like had at least a boyfriend in college. No, I ain't have none of that. Okay. Not nothing that was real and concrete. Like I had an online relationship that went out the window before I even became a junior. Anywho's, I was walking into this store one night called the C Store, that was like our local convenience store on campus. And it was not even a minute from the room from our dorm building. Like our dorm was right here. The C Store was literally right here. Like you could walk out the dorm, walk a few feet over, and that's the C Store. We were really lucky. It was my dorm. It was another dorm in front of us that I had lived in like my freshman and sophomore year, and then another dorm room that I really loved, and I hate that they closed down, was a part of the main campus. I don't know why y'all needed to know that, but you needed to know that. So the C Store was right there, and this particular day I had on my favorite pair of black shorts. They were like athletic shorts with the little string around it, and they had like the little white lines. I'm gonna have to see if I can get a picture of it. So I go in the C Store, and there is this basketball player in there, and honestly, he is beautiful. Okay, I ain't going. He was beautiful. And this is a weakness, and I realized that like I know I don't need to be looking with my eyes, because that's how you get caught up when you only just see what you like. I like tattoos. I love ink. I love ink on myself. I love ink on other people. He just so happened to be inked out, and I was like, "You look like a rocker." He had a full sleeve of tattoos. He was taller than me, deep voice, you know, I don't know. I want to say that he was white, but he could have also been from overseas, because we did have like a lot of international players. I don't want to characterize him wrong, but he was skin complected of that color, and he had like blue eyes, and he had a deep voice, everything that would check off a box of what I like. He was fitting them categories well, and I was just afraid. He looked at me, he made his way to me, and immediately I picked up my phone, was like, "Hello, yeah, girl, what you say? I'm just in the C Store right now." Y'all, I completely faked that whole conversation. And I was sitting here holding the conversation. It was not like a, "Yeah, girl. Oh, you is? I'll see you when I get out there." I was like, "Yeah, girl. What happened?" I can't even believe she would even do that. What? Like, that's so crazy. I can't, hang on. I think, let me see something. Girl, I can't even believe she would say something to you like that. Like, that was just so bad. Like, hold on. I got to pay right now. Let me pay for this real quick. Y'all, I was just, and I did it a lot. It wasn't a one time thing, but that night I scurried up out of there, because not only was he there, it was some guys working behind the counter, and one of them was cute to me too. And I was like, there's too many guys and there's one girl. And I don't know what it is about me and the opposite sex, but y'all, I have freakouts. I do not, well, now I feel like I'm a little bit better at it, but I in general feel like I struggle when it comes to like striking up a conversation with the guy or feeling confident in a guy. That was never my strong suit in college. I ran the other way. I hid, because I am well aware that I am bigger than a lot of these girls here. And my mom has told me, like, even though, and she's not the only one, but she has reassured me a lot, like, even though you were big, you were very beautiful. My best friend would tell me the same thing. And I'm just like, no, I wasn't. Like, I don't find nothing appealing about me when I used to didn't, because I will say now I look at my pictures and be like, dang, you were still pretty. But when I look at those photos, it's like I notice how unhappy I was with myself, and that makes me feel like I wasn't beautiful. Not because like I didn't have a pretty picture or my makeup wasn't good, but when I see that picture or that dress that I had on, it takes me back to the mindset I had then and what I was feeling then. And I couldn't appreciate my beauty or who I was as a person. And I could not believe that night that I looked good. And I don't know, like, I felt like maybe he would pass me up and like it wouldn't be what I thought it would be. Or maybe he would come say something to me that I didn't want to hear. Like there was so much what ifs. I just wanted to fake it till I make it. I was so nervous, and I cannot understand why, because I thought he was so attractive, and like that could have been my golden moment, and I lied it all out. I had that phone in my hand like the person on my screensaver was a real person, and I walked out the building. And y'all, if that's not bad enough, I'm gonna give you one more that's gonna make you laugh, because I just thought about this. So I used to try to like do braids in my hair and stuff in college, or get like sew-in, because I was 5 hours away from home. My mom was the only hairstylist. I don't just let people do my hair, and I didn't want to be in charge of washing my own hair, because back then I wasn't natural. So I couldn't keep my hair. And she was like, if you break it, you deal with it. And I was just like, I will not. So we're going to keep it up. I ended up getting a wig and investing in this wig. Pretty wig, cute wig. I had to pop the picture up. Y'all, one day I was taking a nap before class. I took the wig off because my head was hurting from the wig clamps. So I'm laying there, I'm resting. Zzzz, my alarm go off. I'm like, it's time to get up and go to class. Get my phone, get my bag, walk outside. When I get outside, I'm like, dang, it's really breezy out today, but it feels kind of good. And I am just walking. And something in my mind is like, something in my mind is like, you know why it's breezy, baby girl? Do you know why it's breezy? Y'all, I look around real quick at my wig is still in the room. I was mortified. I know. I ran back so fast to my room. And y'all, peep this. The reason why it was so bad is because my hair was braided back. Like, y'all know, like those cornrows to the back, to the scalp. That's how my hair was. So the fact that I, as an individual, have forgot to put my wig on, and I went outside just strutting and bopping it and popping and thinking I'm cute, and I'm bald headed in these streets. Y'all, they couldn't tell though, because I faked it till I made it. I made it seem like that's how it was supposed to be. Okay? Okay. So, with that being said, if you were in college or if you're going through any stage of your life, just fake it till you make it. People ain't gotta know. That's your business. Nobody gotta know your business. Now, the phone situation, I would advise just putting your big girl panties on, and just walking that thing out and seeing what people have to say. But sometimes that trick does come in handy. If you see somebody walking your way and you get like mad suspicious vibes and you're like, I don't think that this is safe, pick that phone up and put it to your ear and act like you talking to somebody very important. Hey dad, hey, yeah, what time you say you come home? You got boxing lessons at what time tonight? Because maybe it'll scare them off. You never know. Okay. Or if you want to just put your earphones in and not listen to music and walk around and just float with the coast, do that too. I've done that a lot. I could be sitting there just, and what you just heard is exactly what I'm listening to. It lives in my head rent free, but you would never know that on outside. Just, hey Hey, that's my defense mechanism, okay? Fake it till you make it, friends. That is all. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you did enjoy listening to me and my rambles, okay? That last story took me out. That was funnier to me than I thought it was going to be. I was so embarrassed by both situations. Like, I'm just so happy I made it out of college because it was an ordeal. Times have been hard, okay? I've been through the ringer with some things, and I can't believe I've survived the way I have, but the Lord is faithful, okay? And He has kept me. So if you did enjoy, guys, please kiss me with the heart. Please comment below what techniques you do to fake it till you make it. Like, do you do any of those things? Let me know about gambling. Do you like to spin a chip or two? And y'all, it was some professionals walking around with these. I be on my suit and tie. Hey, I be on my. I started to be like, hey, let me come play with you. But we was on a budget, so I didn't want to even get there, and I didn't know what I was doing, and then have them be like, who are you? So yes, let me know what you feel about gambling and just talk back to me. Anything you want me to hear about, you can comment down below. Any people you may want me to research or talk about, let me know. Next week I will have another person for you to talk about. Like I say, notes was crazy. This weekend was crazy. There's no excuse, but next week for sure, I got you, babes. All right, dandelions. Please make sure to kiss me with that like button again. Please make sure to comment, subscribe to the channel. Be a part of the pajama party with me, DohiSama. Yes, yes. Ring the bell for notifications. Turn it on when I post. I also do face paint content. I have another podcast called The Real Bible Stories. And pretty soon I'm gonna start up my series back, The Great Things I Drop. So anticipate it, check it all out, and vibe with me. I hope wherever you guys are, you're having an amazing night or a great day. I hope you had a great weekend thus far. Please always remember that the Lord does bless you, the Lord keeps you, the Lord loves you, and I love you guys as well. Please be blessed and have the best of nights or the best of days. Goodbye, guys.